Oh, this that 4K shit. Bro, it's gonna be such a delight just walking around the common rooms. Still the best opening of all the common rooms is the Slytherin.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Hogwarts Legacy Gameplay Showcase. I'm Chandler Wood, Community Manager here at Avalanche Software, and I'm honored to introduce you to our panel today. First up, we have community guest host, Ben Snow.
Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. Thank you so much for having me.
And from the Avalanche team, we have game director, Alan Tu.
Hello everybody.
And systems designer, Mackenzie Toner.
Hi.
And finally, just off screen capturing gameplay for us, Andrew Corum.
Oh, they don't even let them get to play the game?
Open world via broom flight, a deeper look at combat using the Dark Arts Battle Arena,
Mm.
and a look at your personalizable home within Hogwarts, the Room of Requirement. Where
Let's
we
go,
may
baby.
Even see some beasts. And we're starting right where we left off. In the last gameplay showcase, just
Hold
outside
on.
Hogwarts,
Hold
which I-
on. Oh, oh, oh.
Room of Requirement, where we may even see some beasts.
Look how
And we're starting-
fuego that is. I mean, it just looks good. Let's go.
Starting right where we left off in our last gameplay showcase, just outside Hogwarts, which I love that you can walk out of the castle after walking through everything, and then just come out here and take off on your broom out into the open world.
I can see some little
And
way
Alan, I
markers
know
in the
that's something that
distance.
you particularly like about Hogwarts Legacy too.
Yeah,
Pause, I think my
I'm a
DoorDash
big
is here.
fan of just being able to hop on and go anywhere. There's something about kind of like the sensation of everything being open to you, and just I love the
Hey.
proximity that I can get to things. I love flying close to the ground, and I kind of wanted to talk about it just because I feel like the brooms are fun for me, not just because of all those feelings of exhilaration, but because they're not just I have a broom and it's done. I actually kind of like some of the mechanics in it. So you see in the lower right, there's a meter there, and occasionally as Andrew's kind of flying up or flying down, you might notice it.
So the meter is the meter that he's referring to. I'm assuming is right here. You guys see that? Oh, you can't see it, but it's down here in the corner.
It draining or not, and this isn't the present day where all the broom technology is well known and advanced and everything that we know and love. This is an earlier time where they're still trying to figure out. We're not at the 3000 yet. We're at the we're at the 11. So.
Oh my goodness, I'm just so speechless right now because this is just so beautiful. The
I
world
know
of the
it
broom.
looks like.
By the way, the broom, is that like the only one, or can you like upgrade that broom to go faster?
Yeah, so we have a shop in Hogsmeade, actually a broom shop. And
Oh.
so that sells a variety of different brooms. And it was important to us that the player could customize themselves based on their own aesthetic. So they're purely
Hey.
cosmetic, but if you talk to the shopkeep and help him out, he'll actually sell upgrades.
Yeah, and those upgrades will make
Battle
so that
time
where
in
normally
10
The broom you can only fly
seconds?
You can only go at max speed. It's kind of like a turbo meter down there. You can only go at max speed without the meter going down, kind of closer to the ground. And as you raise into the air, you'll notice the meter drop. And so those upgrades will allow you to increase that distance from the ground. And the broom owner at the sporting goods store in Hogsmeade is
So
trying to perfect the broom and get better at it and know.
So as you go up and go faster, your meter goes down. Because as you can see, he's low to the ground. I'm assuming he's at max speed right now. Could be wrong. Maybe I didn't hear it or understand it. If I'm wrong, just let me know. Don't yell at me. But it looks like he's going max speed here on the ground. And if you go max speed, the higher you go, the more meter you use. That sound right?
Know it better, and you can participate that and get better and better brooms through that.
And I love that mechanic encourages you to actually explore the world and kind of stay close to the ground. It's not just a travel mechanic, point A to point B. You're not just flying high over everything. Although it is beautiful, something I really love doing, but as well, there's lots to explore on the ground, and so kind of keeping you down at the ground level.
And to me, it feels like it's got this kind of
Yo, he is in heaven, and I'm feeling it. Like,
just like I want to snatch the controller from Andrew right now because I want to go to the mountaintop, I'm going to the forest and to that hamlet, or I don't know if that's how it's called. I think that's what it is.
No, it's awesome. We're actually gonna land here, and I feel like that you call it a hamlet is just perfect, just because that's what we refer to it as. And so we all know from lore that Hogsmeade is the only all wizarding village within Britain, but we wanted other opportunities to kind of meet other characters out here and to kind of populate the landscape, so it's not just kind of barren as you leave out this direction and that direction. And so we just imagine these.
So y'all making up shit.
These different smaller locations.
not mad at it.
That wizards might live in out in the Scottish Highlands, and so it's those. And so we refer to those as hamlets, and they're opportunities to learn those wizard stories, how those different locations have kind of like learned to live, what their relationships are with characters at Hogsmeade and Hogwarts. And so they're both quest opportunities out here and a chance to kind of get to know more of the area, even beyond Hogwarts and Hogsmeade that we've already experienced. And you'll also notice on the mini-map like lots of little icons, and each one of those represent gameplay in the hamlets that you can participate in, whether it's a vendor or different puzzles and challenges or different secrets that exist. Each one of those icons are different opportunities for gameplay. And you'll notice that same thing as we venture out into the open world as well.
This look like The
when you
Witcher
go into the open world
3.
and you see those icons, whether they're on the mini-map or on your map or off in the distance.
Speaking of,
those
I
things
will
are
be doing my first
opportunities to say,
playthrough
like,
on The Witcher 3 right after this.
inventory capacity. They're puzzles left behind by old wizards, that you can solve that actually grant you those. If you see ruins off in the distance and you visit them, you might find opportunities to actually expand and learn about your ancient magic. And as you kind of encounter different enemies dotted on the landscape, sometimes those characters, poachers or dark wizards, might be hoarding different magical resources that are valuable to you as you're playing the game. So each one has kind of like a way to connect to our gameplay loops and provide different opportunities that just kind of reward you for poking around.
I mean, I right away when I want to just cover all of those points on the map, just by going.
Me too.
Well, we've flown on a broom already, but there is something that we haven't done so far, and that is getting on our flying mount. We're gonna hop on our Onyx Hippogriff here. The Onyx Hippogriff is our pre-order bonus.
Oh my God! There he just like pops out of the back. Oh wait,
That was fire.
As a horsey? I mean, a horse. I mean, that is a horse.
Yeah, as a hippogriff, you can totally ride it like a ground mount, and you can lift off into the air. And we tried to make sure that each of those interactions, so the broom's really good at reaching that top speed, at kind of traveling the world as quickly as possible. But sometimes it's really nice to get on the hippogriff because of that ground speed or those transitions. And sometimes it just feels amazing just to be riding around on a hippogriff.
No cap.
Yeah,
I like that.
It really is kind of like.
I think I might like the hippogriff more than I like the broom, honestly.
Great feeling managing those transitions, kind of going from run to fly and just being able to go wherever you want. And we tried to make sure that each one of these.
Oh, this remind me of Horizon, flying on the Sunwing, and then like one of the machines.
To like entire map anywhere you go, there are regions that are like locked from you.
Yeah, as soon as there's kind of a moment where the world kind of opens up to you outside of Hogwarts as a student.
It's probably after the prologue. I mean the intro.
You can go wherever.
That's the prologue, right?
You might find more difficult challenges in different areas, and you'll see different spots as Andrew's moving around, like you mentioned the swamp. But there we have got like a coast, and we've got different types of environments out in the world just to kind of pepper your experience, reward you for exploring, keep things fresh. All those things exist as we're moving around.
So cool. And I love that windmill. It's like so rustic. Like I keep forgetting that this is like 1800s. The Wizarding World we've never really seen before. Like it feels so authentic. Like it's part of it.
Yeah, I love this vista too, and I'm gonna have Andrew stop here. We're gonna use a bit of dev magic to change the seasons. Actually, I want you to see what this world looks like covered in snow.
Yes.
Oh, this shit finna be flames. Flames incoming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh,
This is so beautiful.
nah, that shit's snapping. They snapping right now. They flexing right now.
Realistic. Oh my God, it changes the landscape like completely. Oh my God, does it have like actual like gameplay impact, like impact on the gameplay, or does it like it's just the weather of Scotland?
Yeah, we use it. We really use it as a narrative marker through the game. So as you're progressing through your main storyline, it was important for us to kind of like.
I think this is a great opportunity to switch over to combat. And last time we gave you kind of an intro to combat. This time we're going to really go a lot more of a deep dive on using the Dark Arts Battle Arena, which is part of our deluxe edition. All right, Andrew's got us in the Forbidden Forest, which is where the Dark Arts Battle Arena is. Which is part of the Deluxe and Digital Deluxe Edition. I love the way that the Dark Arts Battle Arena is actually part of the world. It's integrated into the world, so your experience is more immersive than just choosing an option from the main menu of the game or something like that.
A reason to go to the Forbidden Forest.
Exactly. There are many reasons to go to the Forbidden Forest, but he's also wearing the Dark Arts cosmetic set,
which I will be getting because that is flames.
He's pulling out the Thestral, which is part of that Dark Arts pack from the Deluxe and Digital Deluxe Edition. So we're going full Dark Arts here.
That's good. That's what I like going down.
But I like this this battle arena. It is a great place to show off really combat in a big way because it unlocks.
So do you like choose what type of wizard you're gonna be, and then you get a Thestral, or is it just like a?
And is this like the only
different
arena
type
like
of
this in the game, or you can like practice?
Yeah,
In
so
Oh, no.
in the base game we have 2 combat arenas normally, and so everyone has access to those. And each of the combat arenas are an opportunity to kind of just go through a difficult combat challenge, fight through multiple waves, in order to earn a different cosmetic for your character and add that to your collection. In the case of that's no different than the Dark Arts Battle Arena. That's also true, the combat arena. But one of the things that
Whoa,
we're
whoa,
excited
whoa,
about
whoa,
with
whoa,
Dark
whoa,
Arts
whoa, whoa,
Battle
whoa, whoa! Fight waves of enemy in the battle arena with the unforgivable curses of Avada Kedavra, Imperio, and Crucio, as well as the blasting curse Confringo. In addition to their unique devastating effects, unforgivable curses break through all shield charm. Right there. No peeking.
Again,
Okay.
a great place for us to show off combat in general. So I think we're gonna jump in here, Andrew.
So we got a hand with nails in it. I'm guessing that's the Crucio. That's the pain unforgivable curse. Ugh, I'm stuttering. You got like the mind control one, and then you got the Avada Kedavra, which is the death one, and then this other one, this red one.
Andrew's gonna start battling, and we can start talking about everything you're seeing on the screen.
All right.
Dude, what the fuck?
We're starting off strong.
Oh my God.
Boy, get shit on, kid. It wasn't no words or nothing. Just
Here, Andrew's gonna start battling, and we can start talking about everything you're seeing on the screen.
All right.
hey, yo, get fucked.
Some of the cadavers right away. Oh my God.
Right.
We're starting off strong.
Oh my
We're
God.
starting off strong.
Was that Crucio? Oh my God.
Is he yelling?
That's so cool.
Yeah, so that you'll notice right away, like when we used Avada Kedavra,
Ooh,
that guy's
get
health bar went from instant to 0, and we really are trying to honor the way Avada Kedavra works in the game, even in some pretty extreme situations.
Oh my God.
Yo, hold on. I just want to watch this one more time.
Start talking about everything you're seeing on the screen.
All right.
Oh, get fucked.
He just some of the cadavers right away. Oh my God.
We're starting off strong.
Oh my God.
Starting off strong.
Bro, he's screaming.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so that,
He's
you'll notice
screaming.
right away, like when we used Avada
Oh my
Kedavra,
God.
that guy's health bar went from instant to 0, and we really are trying
He getting,
to
oh yeah, he getting
honor the way
busy.
Avada Kedavra
He getting
works in the
busy.
game, even in some pretty extreme situations.
I hit, boy.
You'll notice that like the meter takes up
Ooh.
a lot longer.
Oh
to,
shit, hold on. I wasn't paying
build
attention to the
build
spells
up
at the
as
bottom. Hold on.
Was that
Tripping.
Crucio? Oh my God. That's so cool.
Yeah, so that you'll
Okay, now
notice
he
right
going back
away,
to his
like,
regular
when we used
spells.
Avada Kedavra, that guy's
Come
health
here.
bar went
Get
from
over here.
instant to 0, and we really are
That's
trying
the
to
bounce him off the
honor
ground.
way
Okay.
Avada Kedavra works in the game, even in some pretty extreme situations.
And then I
You'll
don't know
notice
what that
like,
swipe was.
the meter takes up a lot longer to
Yeah,
I'm here.
like,
kind of
cooldown.
build up as a way to kind of deal
You haven't
with
used a
its
hand yet.
extreme power, just so that it's still fun to use. And then there's some ways that we'll probably talk about
Come here.
to adjust that. But I don't know. I don't know if there are things on the screen that you just have questions about.
Well, like I see like little blue things pop up from
Yeah.
the enemies. Also, before like that sign, well, it's like, so in the community we call it the ancient magic sign. I don't know if that's how it's called
Yeah.
in the game.
So the community is a student.
Oh, listen to the
so, on
screams.
development side
Oh,
and
shit.
in player facing in the game, we reference that as your ancient
fuck?
magic community.
Oh, so it is ancient magic.
That is, yeah. So as your abilities.
So
in the
my
game
one of my
become,
also
exposed.
one of my things that had me worried about the game was the enemies. Like who are our bad guys? I was like, these little dudes ain't gonna cut it. These little dudes not gonna cut it.
Secrets about your own kind of mystery.
Ooh,
and
get
your
shit
own-
on, kid.
Your own abilities. You start unlocking new powers. So one of those powers, you'll see the R1 button appearing throughout the game. That's an ancient magic throw, we call it, that allows you to kind of like draw an object to you and fling it at an enemy.
Okay.
But whenever you see the R1 or the L1 plus R1 appear over somebody's head, that's an ability to cast a very devastating and powerful.
So it's like a super
ancient
move.
magic spell
Oh,
to do a
that-
ton of damage against the character.
I see.
That
And the way
lightning
that
spell we
manifests
saw in the
itself,
trailer?
depends on the type of enemy that you're fighting.
Ooh.
And you'll see a wide variety of enemies in here that are pressuring the player in different ways. You'll notice there's abilities that kind of bubble up under the player as he's fighting that force him to move. And there's different ways that we want the player to kind of move around on the battlefield. And that's actually a good link to the ancient magic meter in general. And the reason why I say that is because as you're doing different things in combat, you're protegoing and you're doing different abilities and you can kind of spec into it with your talents. There are different ways to get that meter to build
Ooh.
faster and faster.
Ooh.
But one of the most effective base ways to build up that meter fast, that way you can launch these devastating attacks whenever you want.
So I guess if you perform combos, you get to perform.
But
You
one of
get
the
more
most
meter.
effective base ways to build up that meter
Hold
fast,
on, let me go back. Sorry.
bubble up under the player as he's fighting, that force him to move. And there's different ways that we want the player to kind of move around on the battlefield.
Okay.
That's actually a good link to
So the combo meter
in general.
is
The reason I say
like-
that is because as you're doing different things.
The combo meter is. I'm curious. Is it like on a timer? You know, some combo meters where you have a certain time to attack your next enemy or your combo will reset. This looks like it has a pretty long time to where the combo can continue to go. It may reset when you get hit and only when you get hit. I don't know, but we'll probably be able to see.
Doing different abilities and you can
He's still on combo.
There are different
Ooh.
ways to get that meter to
Ooh,
build faster and
that is
faster.
flames.
So one of the most effective base ways to build up that meter fast, that way you can launch these devastating attacks
Yo.
whenever you want to, is to actually perform combos. So you see that
See?
combo appearing, and it's almost like your emotions are building up, and then basically that builds up enough that you can attack someone. But as the combo meter builds up, at some point you strike someone, and a piece of their magic kind of falls out of
See,
them. You'll see the blue orbs in the game world.
See,
And
his
it's something
combo
that only
reset
you
because he
can
got hit.
see in the narrative in the world. And it's another reason to move around on the battlefield. If you can go up and collect those things and suck them in, they give big jumps to that ancient magic meter as we're playing.
So you hit him high enough and little blue shit comes out of him, kind of like right here.
Suck them in, they give big jumps to that ancient magic
Oh, wait.
meter as we're playing. We're talking, and the meter builds up. At some point, you strike someone, and a piece of their magic kind of.
Damn,
There
I
are
just
different
saw
ways
it.
to get that meter to build faster and
Yeah, that little blue
So
thing
one of
over
the
there.
Most effective base ways to build up that meter fast, that way you can launch these devastating attacks whenever you want to, is to actually perform combos. So you see that combo appearing, and it's almost like your emotions are building up, and then basically that builds up enough that you can attack someone. But as the combo meter builds up, at some point you strike someone, and a piece of their magic kind of falls out of them. You'll see these blue orbs in the game world. And there's something that only you can see in the narrative in the world. And it's another reason to move around on the battlefield. If you can go up
Bro,
and collect those
the
things,
screams.
suck them in, they give big jumps to that ancient magic meter as we're playing.
We're talking a lot about spells and magic here, but I think there's another huge component of combat, and that is the tools that you can bring to combat as well to kind of change the way you play. And I think Mackenzie knows.
Bro,
a
what
lot
was
about
that?
what's
Bray turned
going
to a
on with the
chicken.
plants and
Yeah.
potions.
And so the tools are really interesting because they're basically like a prior investment. So you can bring the potions and the plants that you grow in the room of requirement to
Okay.
combat
Okay.
to essentially kind of help you defeat enemies a lot quicker and more efficiently. So some of the tools that you'll see here are like the rock skin potion. So that is something that basically covers your skin in this like rocky material that reduces the incoming damage that you're receiving. So against big enemies,
Hit a troll with
hard-hitting
his
enemies
own
like
boulder.
trolls, that's super helpful.
Oh my god, he's just destroying. The troll just collapsed from one of the cadavers.
Obviously, we have the Wiggenweld potion as well, which increases your health. And then we have the focus potion. So when Alan talks about having to balance Avada Kedavra with a long cooldown, because obviously it's an instant kill, one thing that you could do is brew a focus potion, and that will increase how quickly your cooldowns.
It's sped up.
Right. Oh my god, there's just so much like versatility, like in what the character is doing to the troll right now.
I like that you got like a whole nother
Around the
wheel.
arena, he's like not, and the troll makes
Hey,
him
yo.
move around too. Looks like.
And I love that our
Everybody getting
Yes, and so that's like when we're talking about the setup of the arena. You also have plants that you can fight with, and so we have things like the venomous tentacula that you can put down, and it acts like a turret, and it just kind of shoots enemies around the battlefield.
okay.
That is so cool. This is like a truly like Hufflepuffian way to approach the battle. Yes.
No, that was super important to us, that there were these like multiple ways. And so you can see there's a ton of different things you can use. The Mandrake is one, so you can pull it out and it stuns with its like piercing cry these enemies in a radius.
And another thing I want to call out that we're seeing on the side of the screen here is these dueling feats, which I love because I love anything that prompts me to play a game in a different way, a unique way. I don't want to get stuck in my style, you know?
That's true.
And so this is a way
That's
to,
that's
if you
true.
want to get stuck in your style, go for it. If you just want to blast people with spells, go for it. But we also want to
Well, get shit on, kid.
have
Oh, he's still in the
things
air.
over here that may make you use certain plants or certain
I
potions.
love how
or
floaty they are.
block more or
Yeah, we mentioned the field guide challenges in the prior stream, and the field guide challenges, this is the way that the field guide manifests like challenges for you to do in combat. And exactly to your point,
He blasting
we
the
just wanted a
fuck
way
out
to
these
encourage
fucking
players
elves.
to explore the different systems, to help them decide, to just kind of practice with them and explore what they want to do, because there really are so many different ways that you can push talents. When you see the green X's on characters,
Right.
and that's kind of through your talents you can unlock this kind of cursing mechanic that sort of like links the fates of these different characters on the battlefield. That way, as you get as you're cursing different characters, they all begin sharing damage. And so we have things like Avada Kedavra, which is the insta-kill, but if you curse everyone before you insta-kill this one guy, they can all drop dead for that kind of ultimate evil
That sounds so flame.
There are dark arts fantasy.
Oh my goodness. Hey, pull it. So you can cast a spell to connect all of them and then hit out of a cadaver, blah, 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 on one person and it kills them all. That's gonna be so sick. That's gonna be sick.
There's fantasies about being more of a defense against the dark arts character, things like that misty step that you see occasionally being used on the battlefield. And we can also spec into our potions and plants to make them more powerful and more efficacious. So it's all about which type of player you feel like you are and whether or not you want to play with prep on the fly or with deliberation, and those are all different options.
That is so cool because like it's like I see so much like going on the stream, just so much complexity, and I want to just try it myself, like which style.
Yeah, let him try.
Yes, I mean I feel like it's the dark arts is going to be the easiest route, but
You're
that
our
ancient
audience.
magic, to be honest, feels like much more powerful than just the dark arts.
Yeah.
To be fair.
And speaking of plants and potions, we're going to be putting the dark arts away, put those unforgivable curses away,
That was
and heading to the.
I'm more hyped than I was,
which is
like,
your home within Hogwarts.
they
a
just keep
personalized
building.
space, that actually
They
has
got
some
something
utility
good,
where
like,
you get to brew
they got
things and
something,
grow
they got
things
something.
and, also care for
This
seeds.
pleases me.
All right, Andrew's got us in the room of requirement. Where
That shit looks so good.
Casual mode on the outfit here, wearing a nice jumper. And I think that's a good jumping off point for the personalization of the space as well. Not just your character and the visuals of your character, but actually this space is a place that you can make your own.
Yeah, it was super important to us that this space really did feel like your reflection as a wizard. So you can change the architecture in here. Different themes throughout, starkly different themes, to really just hammer home that this is yours. You
Oh
can
my
change-
God! What? is beautiful. We never expected that to be. Oh my
They only gonna show us those two.
That's
I
the
like
thing, is
it.
not only can you change the architecture here, but you can actually conjure little objects into this space, as you can see. So there's like statues that you can do, and ornaments, and tables, and rugs, and just a bunch of little things that really flesh out the space and bring it to life.
Oh my goodness, because like we had an idea that those places where you brew stuff, that's where you can change, but you can do all of this. Where do you even get this stuff? Like, there's a furniture store?
Yeah, so we call them conjurations. And the conjuration recipes can be purchased at Tomes and Scrolls in Hogsmeade. But also, as you engage in different types of gameplay throughout the world, you'll be rewarded with different objects.
That's so cool. And you change color?
You can change the color, you can change the size of it, and you can space, as you can see. So there's like statues that you can do, and ornaments, and tables.
Oh,
and
this gonna be
rugs, and
some
just a bunch of
collecting
little things
ass
that really
game. I'm getting
flesh out
all
the
of it.
space and bring it
I
to
want
life.
all
Oh
of
my
fixins and
goodness,
vixens
we
and
had an idea that those places where you brew stuff, that's where you can change, but you can do all of this. Where do you even get this stuff? Like, there's a furniture store?
Yeah, so we call them conjurations. And the conjuration
Shit, I'm
recipes
sorry.
can be purchased at Tomes and Scrolls in Hogsmeade. But also, as you engage in different types of gameplay throughout the world, you'll be rewarded with different objects.
That's so cool. And you change color?
You can change the color, you can change the size of it, and you can place it basically anywhere.
Oh my god, it's so tiny. It's like for baby Niffler.
And I love how the system too is designed. It's not mechanical; it's immersive, and so you get the magical effect of conjuring it in, and you're actually doing this in the world as your character, but the way you've blended like that gameplay with the immersive.
You changed that?
Design of personalizing
Oh
the
my
space.
god,
Oh.
like, and I love the animation, how it like appears, you know, like it's not just like there, it's like it almost like it apparates.
It is really quite beautiful, and that was the thing, is we wanted that to look really nice because the magic in the wizarding world is everywhere. It's physical, it's kinetic, and it's whimsical. We really wanted to nail that whimsy in this space. Another thing that I wanted to discuss is that not only can you like conjure things and you can change their look, but you can do that with the utility objects as well. So you can see that we have planting pots and potion stations, and you can change the look of those as well. And these are the areas where, as we had mentioned previously, you'll be growing your plants, you'll be brewing your potions.
Right.
So while you're also doing these like kind of nurturing based activities, this is also the space where you would bring your gear to be identified, and gear to have like rates put on it, which I believe Alan can talk to.
Oh.
Yeah, we keep bringing up appearance and how it looks, and on a, like in the game, you can look like anything you want to whenever you want to. But the player will be finding different types of gear, that we call it, as you progress through the game. And essentially, we just know that clothes and different items in the wizarding world can have different magical properties. And as you explore and as you adventure and as you you're going to be
I
finding
think I understand what's going on
pieces
here.
of
Typical
gear,
RPG
that
stuff.
have different abilities, and that can help you in your journey. And
This looks like God of War.
growing as a wizard and advancing as a wizard. And so
That actually
it's a
looks
huge waste.
exactly
And-
like
and-
God of
and
War.
Not all the time.
I mean, not a bad thing, but
Whenever you get a new piece of gear, you don't necessarily know exactly what it does. And so there is a station inside of the room of requirement that you can conjure. It's one of the first things you conjure, called an identification station, where you can actually bring that gear that you're uncertain about and learn what its abilities are.
Right, yeah, that's so cool.
And then as this space advances even further, and the space will eventually grow its own rooms, and you're going to get new recipes, you know, like Mackenzie's talking about, all these different things keep expanding. And as it expands, eventually you're going to earn what we see here, which is called a loom. And when you set up a loom, it's an ability to essentially customize exactly which magical properties are on your gear, and take any piece of gear and adjust its properties and to tweak what it does. And I mentioned earlier that you can make anything look like anything. The collection of appearances, we call it, or cosmetics, we've been referring to it in this stream. Those types of things you can use, and you can apply a look to any other look. So if you get a piece of gear, you put it on, you look like that, but you can change it to look like whatever you want.
That's so cool. And like you can just put some ability to the sweater, but then you can just swap that ability.
Yep, and appearances you can edit whenever you want in the gear screen. The loom is specifically about applying traits and applying larger upgrades that just kind of grant you greater statistical advantage or give you really specific abilities that blend in nicely with where you're trying to go with your combat fantasy or talents and things like that.
Interesting. I'm just seeing that they're just like pumpkin fur, mooncalf fur. Where does that come from?
Yeah, and so you'll notice that the ingredients that are used to add traits and to upgrade your gear are based around beasts. So this is where we get into the beast care section, which is inside this vivario.
Oh.
Kind of bigger space on the inside idea. And so you
This
can
is
see
still
here
the
we have a
room of
couple beasts
requirements.
out. We have a
That's
grabhorn, and a
crazy.
mooncalf, and a niffler, and a kneasel as well. So
Oh my
quite a
God.
variety.
Oh my God, he's just like a big puppy.
They're
I
so
love their
cute.
cuddling.
I know, oh my God, they're together. Oh, that's so cute.
They're adorable. And so part of beast care is petting them as well, but feeding them too. And so once you do those things, that's when they feel safe enough that they'll give you their magical ingredients. So mooncalf fur, niffler fur, etc. That can then be used in your gear.
That is like
That's
so like intuitive because
lame. So you can grow your own material to make the stuff in the. That's.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we really want to hammer
They
home the
snapping.
fact that this is like a
I'm calling
home
it now, they
base for
snapping.
them. So in the overland, you can find these beast dens and rescue these beasts. Part of doing so is brushing them and feeding them food as well, and to build that relationship with your beasts. In addition to be able to care for beasts, you can actually conjure things in this space as well.
The house, the cottage.
Yeah, right. And so we have like a lot of little ornaments in this area, and a lot of them are purely cosmetic, but they look really cool. Again, it's the personalization of this space.
Oh my goodness, no, this is like, I'm gonna spend 8 hours just designing this whole area.
I feel them.
To personalize. This is like cool, it's like you have this little play area, like a personalized fish tank, so to say.
Well, I wonder if you could do
That's
photo
really
mode in
cool.
there.
I love it.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
about to have me a photo
There's
shoot.
like a decoration aspect, but there's also we were saying inside as well is there's a utility aspect to it too. So as you progress in the game and you're able to purchase more conjurations, you're able to speed up your process. So one of them, for example, is the food processor, which allows for the beast in the space to automatically get feed, so you don't have to do it manually. And so you're really building the progression for yourself here. In addition, there's also a toy box where you,
Oh,
where you
that's
can play with your beasts. You'll see
Okay.
here, yeah. So you can, there's a bunch of toys in it, and each beast has their own favorite toy. So as you can
I like
imagine,
this.
the mooncalf really likes the
I don't know how much I'm
moon
gonna use it,
ball,
but I
or the
like it.
weasel, as like a little cat, really likes to chase the yarn ball as well.
Right.
And they're
Oh,
super
wow.
cute.
Oh my God.
Watching them, it's so cute.
And the big thing we really wanted to hammer home is that the world is a dangerous place. And so by going and rescuing these beasts and bringing them back here and caring for them, you're really helping them out. There's poachers in the overland who hunt these beasts for their material. So instead, you're caring for them. You're giving them a home.
Right. Oh my God, this Grabhorn is just gigantic. But he looks like my dog. We can name our dogs right now for sure.
You could actually name them as well. So like your dog.
So getting back into that personalization, you know, yeah, we didn't want you to just like throw in, oh, here's a grabhorn in here. Like this can be named whatever Andrew's about to name them. Bruce.
It's a good name.
You know, we've created this really nice space, and you can get additional vivariums, correct? It's a different kind of aesthetics and looks to where you're keeping
Yeah.
your beasts and caring for them.
Progression is a big part of this space as well. So as you progress through the story, you will unlock more vivariums. So as you can see, this one's quite meadow themed, big, open, bright. But there's other ones, say like a swamp that you might encounter. And it's really a visual effect to and more space for your beast.
Oh, so it's like those, so when we're inside the room requirement, there's like on the left, there's that moon glow from one entrance and then some shrubbery going on the right. Is that what you're talking about?
Yep, that's exactly it.
Ah, oh, you put trees in here too. Oh my goodness.
And another thing with the beast care that I think is great, you know, tying back to this same kind of thing that you did with like the broom, where the broom is not just a method of travel, it's actually built in and integrated into the world. in the same way, like Beast Care isn't just this added element. You're not just throwing it on top. There's really this like narrative and integration to
Yeah, everything
everything.
connects. So as you progress through the missions, you'll expand the space. As you earn resources, you'll go into Hogsmeade and use them to unlock the gameplay here and unlock new conjurations.
Oh, yeah.
And different things to play around with in the open world. It's in those different environments, like the different combat and conflicts and bandit camps and different things like that exist in the
Oh.
Overland. Those things are what hold recipes that exist in the loom. So all these things have a way of connecting. Moonstone that you find out in the world is the resource that we use to conjure everything. That's found throughout the world. Forgeables are used for recipes. So really, everything's like a cycle and keeps you coming back.
But even with the story that's being told too, I think people know who Poppy is and that she has a particular affinity for beasts.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything we're seeing here, you're going to be venturing out into the world, and this is just kind of the tip of the iceberg, even of kind of like your interactions with beasts in that narrative. So you bringing up Poppy, there are more kind of mysteries to discover and things to discover out in the world that have to do with her and that have to do with caring for beasts. And so different characters have their own stuff that just kind of make this all just kind of like the beginning of your journey.
Well, we could spend hours in here, but we're gonna have to end the stream now. What do you think about what you've seen today?
I mean, I'm just so blown away by how beautiful it looks. The open world seems so detailed, and there's so many things to do. And like
That
the
was
combat,
flames.
we're gonna spend like 2 weeks or more just breaking it down by pieces. There's just so much to this world. Like, I'm so happy you guys did this overall gameplay.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. We've got more for you to discover and find on your own. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Hogwarts Legacy is available for pre-order now. It releases February 10th with 72-hour early access for owners of the Collector's, Deluxe, and Digital Deluxe Edition. We're gonna wrap things up, but first we've got a little surprise for you.
Oh, okay.
Bye.
Is this DLC? I mean, is this that like that's the PlayStation 5 version of the game? But that was excellent. That was perfect. Like, I don't need to see. Well, no. I'm not. No, I was finna say something stupid. I want to see more, but that was good. That was fucking good. That was like, it was just enough, but it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, too much. I'm still, that was pretty good. Like, the combat, that was flame. I'm ready. Like, the way they talked about how you can use the things that your beast produce, like you can use that for that. All of that just sounds like it's gonna be an in-depth game. Like, it's not just, you're gonna have to come back and come like some Sims type shit, but in Hogwarts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here for it. But anyway, I'm not gonna talk it to death. I'm excited. That was great. Thank you to Avalanche. See you in the next one.